What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? It's your girl Mila Mahasid, and welcome to another episode of The Industry. The Industry can be, you can check us out on The Industry from 6 to 7 p.m. I'm sorry, y'all. 6 to 7 p.m. On my time if you're on the West Coast. But if you're on the East Coast, like you've been checking it out, you can check it out from 9 to 10 p.m. Happy to see y'all today. How y'all doing? My weekend was blessed. It was good. I did a lot of partying once again. Still filling out that birthday fun that I was having. You know, they say your birthday don't end to the end of the month, so I think I have about 2 more days to party. So, yeah, I got a chance to perform this weekend at one of the karaoke bars that I attend on the weekends. It's called the 3411 Lounge. It's in Oakland. So if you have a chance, if you're in the Bay Area where I'm from, check them out. It's a cool bar, nice atmosphere. The people are real friendly. The drinks are not too expensive. They're real cheap. So go check them out. But yeah, I had a cool weekend. Watched some football this Sunday. Shoot, my team lost, but nevertheless, I had a good Sunday. I visited my mom and kicked it with my brothers and sisters. I hope y'all weekend went well. Hope your week is going along well. It's Wednesday, so we got 2 more days till Friday, to the weekend. So I don't know what I'm doing this weekend, but I'm sure we'll be having some fun. So we're gonna touch on some hot topics today. This is something new we're doing, so wanted to talk about a few things that I was seeing online over the internet this weekend, and one of them was the Jeffrey Dahmer story. I mean, goodness gracious, like I thought that we was done talking about him, but it seems that now that the series is back, I mean that has come on. I haven't seen it yet, but I had a few people tell me about it, and I heard it is pretty good, but it brings up a lot of bad memories for some people who were around when he was doing all this madness. But also with that, they were supposed to be putting a memorial for the victims who had been slain by him in the same spot where they were killed, in the apartment building where he lived at. And it's been so many years and they haven't got that done. So we're going to pray that they go ahead and give those victims their just due and put that memorial there for them. And then secondly, I want to talk about Rihanna. I'm excited. I know we all heard the news this week that Rihanna will be headlining the Super Bowl. So I'm hoping and praying that Rock Nation kind of gets behind her and they do something big, sort of like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Mary J. Blige and 50 Cent did and Eminem. Last year's Super Bowl was super crazy. I think love the halftime show more than I love the Super Bowl, and I'm a sports head. But the Super Bowl was super, super cool last year. So hopefully, Rihanna and her people will bring it. And so big ups to Rihanna on getting the headline for the Super Bowl. And I want to also send our thoughts and prayers out to football player, the defensive player of the Cleveland Browns, Miles Garrett. He was in a car accident this week. They said he's doing all right. He's doing good. He's out the hospital, but we're praying for his speedy, speedy recovery. Um, so, Miles, we're praying for you. We hope to see you on the field soon. I'm a sports head, so I'm not a Cleveland Brown fan though, but I am praying because you are just a human, and so we want you to do better anyway. But get better for your team and get ready for the 49ers to smash y'all. So we need you on the field. And I also wanted to talk about something that really, really excites me. I might not excite you guys, but it is exciting the hell out of me. McDonald's just dropped um, an ad saying that they are going to bring adult Happy Meals. Y'all see my face? I'm smiling. Crazy. I'm a Happy Mealer. So when I go to McDonald's, I normally order a cheeseburger Happy Meal with they ask you, do you want the fries or you want the apples? I say, give me the two fries because of course I'm an adult. Those little fries, that's a tease. But now they're coming with the adult Happy Meal. You'll be able to get a 10-piece nugget or a Big Mac. Super cool. And guess what? They're gonna either even add an old school toy in. One of the old school toys that we used to get. Well, I'm a '80s baby, so I don't know. I don't remember those toys, but we'll see what they have. And they specified no alcohol, but they could have just added a little small wine in there, huh? Wink, wink. Just joking. But yeah, big ups to McDonald's. I don't eat there too often, but when I do, I normally stop by and grab me a kid's Happy Meal. So I'm so excited that they are bringing this to fruition. Is that the word we use? Is that the word? I think that is. So cool. I can't wait. They said it's coming October 3rd, so I'll be one of the first people in line to get me one of those Happy Meals along with my orange high C. Lastly, I wanted to sit down and talk about PNB and J Rock. They said they found the 17-year-old who murdered him. When I was reading about it, they were saying that the dad was with him when this unfortunate murder happened to him, to PB and J Rock. The young man, the 17-year-old, his dad was with him. That's hella crazy that you would take your child to commit a crime. And they said that they were sitting in the parking lot for hours, casing the facility, um, just waiting on someone. And when they saw him, they they robbed him, and the young man killed him. The dad was waiting in a car as a getaway driver, which is as a parent, we're sent here to teach our kids right from wrong and to guide them and to steer them in the right direction. And for you to be a parent and you're teaching your child to be a criminal, or you're ruining your child's life, basically. You're taking them and you're putting them in a position of failure. So, um, although I'm happy that they found the person that killed the PB and J Rock, I'm not excited and happy to hear that it was a 17-year-old, another black man that is going to be locked up for a long time because of a bad decision to go and take something for somebody when they could have went out, when his father, who was with him, could have simply been showing him how to put his hands to the ground and work, go get your money that way, and not take from those who actually are out here getting their money the right way. So we still want to keep praying for PB and J Rock's family, his baby mama. Y'all lay off of her too, because now that y'all know she didn't set him up, these people been sitting in the parking lot all day waiting on somebody to pretty much rob and take something that they work hard for. Y'all lay off of the young lady and let her mourn him and do what she needs to do for their children. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on a few little things that I saw in the news that kind of raised my little eyebrow. And before I go, I want to say, Rick Ross, you need to stop telling people you want some of them Jeffrey Dahmer sunglasses because they all on you. They're not happy about that. You got to go look at the series like I need to go do, and then you'll probably figure out why you have so many people on your line because this man did a lot of hurtful and damaging things to a lot of black people. Not only that, he did it to a few other minorities too, but just people in general. He was eating and killing people. So chill back on the glasses situation. I want to tell y'all we have a special guest with us today. Before we get to him, his name is Maximilian. He is the son of Dr. Fink, who we had on here last week. Shout out to Dr. Fink. His son will be on with us in a few minutes. So we want to get ready and geared up for that. I'm excited to interview him. His dad was the keyboard player of the legendary band Prince and the Revolution. If you didn't see him last week on the industry, go check that out. You could check that out on the industry. We interviewed him last week and we had a cool conversation with him. So we're looking forward to talking to Maximilian. That's his name. If I didn't say it before, his name is Maximilian, and he has some cool music out. I was checking it out, and I like it. So we're gonna tap in with him and see what he's talking about, so you can get to know him a little better and find out a little bit about his music and more. So I'm just happy to be here with y'all. And I hope y'all, like I said, are having a wonderful end to your Wednesday, because I know it's real laid back for some of y'all, because y'all on the East Coast. It's around 8 something. So y'all probably getting ready for tomorrow. But we're on the West Coast. It's still light outside. It's still, it's still a vibe for now. So thank y'all who are tuning in. Y'all can check us out. Um, like I said, every Wednesday, you could call us at 929-282-0266. That's the number at the bottom of the screen. And you can also hit our Cash App button. It's $ the evening rush. I'm sorry, the evening rush. I got a little tongue tied. We gonna have Rainbow coming on in a minute. She's one of the hosts of the evening rush. It's on the same network as us. Her and Don are the hosts over there. So Rainbow, I'm looking forward to her popping on the screen and hollering at us for a second. In the meantime, in between time, I want to tell y'all that oh, I do. Wait a minute. Before I even move, before we move to our next thing, I want to also mention that my boy R. Kelly uh got in some more trouble, but they're making him pay one of his. We can't even call her alleged anymore. One of his victims, he had to pay her 300,000 for I believe they said venereal diseases and all kind of stuff. I'm just like, God, dog, Kels, you like my favorite artist in the world, but goodness, I hope it slows down for him real soon. And before I go, I did want to talk about Miss Cardi B. She's been trending this week. Her and Art Bar V, they been going having a little back and forth. Her her and Art Bark's Twitter was going crazy the other night. I'm a Twitter head, and so I was watching them, and they were just going at it and going at it. It was real kind of childish. Um, and it all kind of really started once Cardi and Glorilla's video dropped, and it seems that after that, all hell broke loose. But I'm a Barty fan, so it seems like Barty won this round. And hell, keep doing your thing, Cardi. We love you. Um, I speak my mind and I say what I feel a lot of times. Y'all probably won't see that on here. But a lot of times when I'm with my friends, they be like, girl, you just say whatever you want to say. And that's why I love Cardi. I've loved her from the moment she stepped on the scene of Love and Hip Hop. She was always just real about what she felt. And so, Cardi, big ups to you. I love your career. Keep doing your thing and keep making that good music. I think Rainbow's about to come on with us. I believe Rainbow's about to pop on the screen and holler at us for a second. This is gonna be my first time talking to her, so I'm kind of excited. I always see her and on the other show, but I haven't gotten a chance to connect and talk with her. So this will be cool. I'm kind of following and checking her out to, you know, take some notes because I like her style. So I'm excited to talk to her when she hops on. But I'm also equally excited to talk to Maximilian, who is waiting and standing by to talk to us, just to give us a little insight on his musical journey and where he's trying to go and what he's trying to do. I'm a new artist myself, so I personally know the struggles of getting your music out there and want people to feel your music. So I want to tap into his bio that he sent us and kind of have him elaborate on his journey and just being the son of one of the greatest keyboardists out who played with the legendary Prince. So we just want to see what it was like growing up in the house with Dr. Fink And did he get to, do anything cool as a kid with him? So I'm looking forward to that interview. I'm not gonna let too much out now, but as I was saying, we're waiting on Rainbow to pop on. She's gonna come holler.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, boo.
hi! I like the hair. You be switching
Oh,
it up
thank you.
every week, every week, every week.
I be trying. I'm trying to keep
Last
up with you.
girl, girl, I'm taking notes from you. Girl, I've been watching all y'all shows. Like I need to take some notes.
No,
But you a veteran, so I know I got a long way to go.
I mean, just I wouldn't say a veteran. I'm not new, but I'm still a little green. I would say. How you
No,
been?
I
How you
can't
doing
tell.
today?
I'm doing good,
That's
doing
good.
good, doing. I'm a little, you know how that go.
Little
But I'm
nervous.
good. Yeah,
Got a
but
little,
I'm good.
got a little nerves going on here.
Yeah, but I'm cool. I'm glad you hopped on. Give me something to talk about.
It's hard when you're talking to yourself, girl. I know that. I know that's right.
Somebody
So
feel you feel my pain.
I do feel your pain because sometimes when Dawn be handling stuff and he just disappear, I be like,
Where did he
well,
go?
well, why would you do this to me?
No, but you be handling it. I'll be checking
Keep
you out. You
talking. You just gotta get it together.
always it's gonna come.
It is absolutely. It takes time. I get it.
Look,
I
I gotta
totally
keep
understand.
studying the master, and I'm gonna get it.
Oh, okay. So we talking to Max Millie today, and do you have a
Yes.
topic? You have a topic today, or is that it?
That's just it. I did a few little hot topics I was talking about. I haven't seen this series yet, but a lot of people been talking about this Jeffrey Dahmer series.
I haven't seen it either, and I don't know that I want to see it. Not that it wouldn't. I hear it's really good. I hear he plays the role very well, but then again, do you really want somebody to play a murderer very well? I
I was
don't
just
know.
right. I was just saying. I think it's bringing up for some people some bad memories. Like if you
Yeah,
were
it,
around in that time, like I know I
yeah.
was, and it was like
He was just out here just killing
eating
black men
and
and
eating
chopping them
them.
up and eating them. Like they found a whole head in his refrigerator when he got caught. Like what?
Listen. Not to mention, I seen a clip where he had a whole dead body at 18 in the back seat, and the police let him go. They didn't even check his car. They nothing.
They didn't care.
It's
Mm-mm. They was
crazy,
like, it's a Caucasian male, as Dawn said, Caucasian because I said white.
right?
A Caucasian male with blonde
Right,
hair. We're gonna let him go. And
right,
he was a mass murderer.
right.
Mm-mm.
It
And a
was crazy.
cannibal. I don't. Maybe maybe I do need to watch the series just so I can understand like what made him want to become a cannibal.
What?
When do you get the taste for human flesh?
Well,
I
you
don't.
know that they said his dad used to, because he was a weird kid, and his dad used to go and kill animals and bring them back for him to, and cut them open for him to. I don't know what he was doing with them. So maybe we both should watch the series.
Yeah, because they said. Well, somebody was telling me it was like because yeah, when he was younger, him and his dad would go find roadkill and
Yeah,
then chop them up. I'm
yeah.
like, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where he's from. If he's from New York, but
Milwaukee.
right, but that's the whole thing is like states like that, like they eat like they'll get roadkill, chop it up and eat it. Like that's just a meal for them.
We don't do
But
that in the Cali.
we don't do that here in New York either, girl. No, I ain't with it.
No, that's
But
what. Yes.
yeah, I just can't fathom just picking up a dead animal on the side of the road and be like, you know what, this is gonna be tonight's dinner. But
No,
that's what
that's
they
it.
say. That's what
Listen,
they
I
say in
saw.
those like hick towns and like what are the trailer parks and stuff like that. Like they did things like that.
But I saw some little black kids like a few weeks ago on the internet playing with raccoons. They like had them for pets. Like
A
so,
raccoon?
yeah, they had like two or three of them, and the dad was like, "Yeah, they had these names. I wish I could remember, but they were little kids, and they was holding them like they were little dogs on their
Nah,
shoulder. It
I'm not
was
doing that. It's a lot of stories with people having animals as like dangerous animals, like animals that you're not gonna think, like squirrels. I don't want to say pigeons because my father used to have pigeons, like a whole bunch of them on a rooftop somewhere.
They
For a reason.
loud in the morning.
I don't. It's not for me. It's
I
not for
had
me.
some on the. I had some when I lived in this house, and they were so loud. Like
They was probably like, "You gotta get up because we gotta get up, so everybody gotta get up."
it was terrible. But eventually, they put those spikes down on the
Mm.
top, and they didn't. They would.
They ain't come back no more because they ain't want to die. They was like,
Nah,
"Well, I
yeah,
guess maybe one of their friends came over and was like, oh, never mind."
yeah. I was about to say a few of them tried it and found out the hard way.
The hard way was like, no, this ain't it for us. We're
But
gonna
look,
stay.
I was gonna say I didn't know how he went from roadkill to eating people. Like, okay,
Yeah, I
people
don't.
in roadkill are like in two
Yeah,
different
I just don't
lanes, is
know
two
how
different
you get the
flavors.
taste for human meat. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe he took the skin off, but just in general, like if you decide, oh, you know what, I'm gonna try human today.
I don't even want
He
to bite myself, so or nobody
he
else. So
might
I
have watched too much
definitely,
silence. He might have watched too much Silence of the Lamb, and he thought he was what was his
I do
name?
not remember that man's name, but that was
Who
one of
was
the
it?
craziest
Hannibal
movies.
Lecter.
Yeah, yeah, that's him.
And he might have thought he was him because that's just weird. I don't know what.
He might have patterned himself a little bit out of him and some other people. So
Yeah.
what you feel about Rihanna going to the Super singing at the Super Bowl this year? I keep
Uh.
thinking
Well. Well, next year, right? Is what, February? When's the Super Bowl? February.
next year.
Yeah.
I say this year all the time because it's football season, but I got to remember
Yeah.
it falls into January.
Um. I say go for it, girl. I mean, what is she? That she'll be the second, no, the third black woman to headline.
Hmm.
I mean,
She got a lot of material,
she does.
and it's for both. It could reach both. You know how some
And
people.
but you never know. She might bring someone out.
I
So
think Jay-Z and all of them should come.
I mean, her baby daddy is ASAP Rocky, right? Bring him out too. Let's make this a family affair.
Well, that'd be too obvious. They gonna be expecting her. Cause
But then again, is he supposed to be going to jail? I don't know.
No, I did see something. I
He
saw
did.
something.
He got arrested for the. I want to say drug trafficking. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't. But that's like it to me. It seems like it would be
You're gonna have
drugs
me
or
researching this
guns.
later.
It had to be drugs or guns. I feel like,
It
or
was something. I read something on TMZ where he was getting in trouble for something.
let's let us see. We did get some breaking news. Coolio passed away.
I saw the side thing, but I'm like, I didn't see the passed away part. I just seen 59.
Yeah, Coolio. They found him in the bathroom on the bathroom floor. He was found by
Oh,
by his manager.
oh,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
R.I.P. Coolio.
R.I.P. Coolio. He had 10 kids.
Who? Coolio?
Coolio.
My baby daddy got more kids than that girl father.
Oh no, girl, cut it out.
He
Oh no,
do. Hey,
a lot of children though.
Nick Cannon on his way. Yeah,
Well,
NBA young boy, about 9 of them. So and
he's
he only
on
22.
yeah. Boozy probably got more kids than that too, because Boozy got a bunch of kids too. Don't he got like 13 kids
Don't
and like
say
eight
that.
baby mamas or
Are
something
you
like that?
serious?
I
That's a
think
lot.
so.
That's a lot of pressure to deal with.
They said that's why they got to get to the money because they had made all these babies.
Look, they're gonna be 60 trying to rap her. Wow.
It's
Oh,
gonna take a lot. It's gonna
look,
take a lot to take care of them babies. ASAP Rocky arrested. Let's see what they said for.
I gotta get my glasses because my peripheral ain't working right when we be getting the breaking news. I saw half of the breaking news.
Um,
But that's why you here. They saved my life today. No,
you
I'm
know
just
me. I'm
joking.
always here. I'm always
No,
here.
I appreciate you hopping on. I'm having a good time.
Oh, they said what?
What'd he do, girl?
It said assault.
Who he
He
assaulted?
found guilty of assault along. Oh, he assaulted somebody. Him and his two bodyguards. They
Oh,
said you gotta go. They gave him the business.
So how many? What he looking at? What
I don't, I don't know. It doesn't
they,
say.
they ain't getting deep into it. They just
They
saying.
ain't, yeah, they ain't get deep into it yet.
So while
But
we
they
on
think
rappers, I want to ask you too. Did you see Kanye West with the flip flops, bedazzled flip flops on the
I don't even want to talk about Kanye because I don't know when he became this weird.
after his mom passed?
Mama died. Yeah,
Everybody knows it's like after his mom passed,
it was he was a little. I mean, he was already a little eccentric before she died, but after she died,
but he was
he
still on the normal scale.
spectrum. He was still
He
on a
yeah.
normal spectrum. No, I don't think so. No. Mm-mm.
Before his mom died, he wasn't. We didn't hear too much about this weird stuff. Like he done went off the charts with
I
weird.
mean, this weird stuff is getting him talked about, is making him money
Yep.
because people want to see this weirdness and they just paying for it. Like he
Like
made
they
a
pay
whole
for them
line.
Yeezys.
He made a whole line of clothing with holes in it. Like
The
it
boots
looked
was
like a
the
bunch of
ones for me.
homeless people, and they was buying it for $200 and $300 for a shirt. Like, what are we doing?
And now look, he gotta stop his partnership with Gap and everything because he ain't getting his way. He like a big old baby.
He is a big old baby. Look, what's his sign? What's Kanye's sign? Because that'll tell you a lot about what
He
Kanye is.
got to be a cancer, ain't he? Because they
I
quiet.
I didn't want to say that because Dawn's a cancer, but
We sorry, Don. We sorry, but y'all, the cancers are
yeah,
a little
I was
catty.
actually thinking the
J
same
Cat,
thing. I was like,
little J
either that
Cat.
or a Gemini. He's either a Cancer.
The Geminis, they don't act. Well, let me be quiet. I'm gonna leave my opinions on.
That's why they the twins. It's his alter ego.
Oh, I know. I personally know.
Mm,
Pray for
I
the
feel,
prayer.
look, I feel for you.
Please do. Feel for me. I have me a shot of Jamerson every day because of it.
Oh Lord,
Look
Lord
at your
Jesus.
face.
Oh, because I'm not a whiskey drinker, but if you gotta
I
take a shot,
love Jamerson.
but if you gotta take a shot of Jameson just to get through the day, it's a problem.
I took a shot of Jamerson before I got on here. I had to. Like,
Well, that was because you need to shake the nerves.
yeah, gotta get my shoulders going.
That's right. Get shimmy shake it.
What you got
Uh,
coming up next with you though? I know you got some big things popping.
me personally, no. I don't be doing nothing.
You gonna have a new hairstyle next week.
Um,
Tell us
Probably. What did I,
tell
what
us
did I
what you
tell
thinking
you?
about. No,
What
let me
did I
stop.
tell you? I said he is either a Cancer or a Gemini. This man is a Gemini.
You see my hands hit my face?
His birthday is
Wow.
June 8th.
Oh, my mama a Gemini. Anything in any Gemini I know, they is whew, they like
They
my evils. They are sent here to make me better and to stress me out. One part of them is to make me better, and the other part is to drive me totally up the wall.
I can get that.
And
Hmm.
together, that it just makes a beautiful but crazy
A little.
situation. I'm a Virgo, so I can handle it. So we can
Yeah.
handle most
Mm.
things.
Well, I'm a Taurus. So
Well, y'all
Virgos and
like to
Tauruses,
eat and y'all like to sleep.
you ain't never lie. But Virgos and Tauruses are supposed to be a good match.
I don't like Taurus men.
My boo thing is a Taurus. Is a Virgo. I'm a
Oh
Taurus.
shoot.
He's a Virgo.
Okay. I think we gotta go to break and then you staying with me?
I'll stay with you.
Oh, okay, you gotta help me out with Maximilian. Y'all, we gonna go to break
Maximilli.
and then Rainbow coming back.
And we'll be back with Maximilli.
We'll be back.
Looking
With
to
Amen.
podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
Ooh, we back. We got
Maximilli.
Maximilian.
How's it
Hey,
going?
good. How you doing?
I'm good. You guys are super entertaining.
We're trying just a little bit
Yeah,
here and
we trying. You got to help us out now that you on here. You got to fill the triangle out.
there. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah, yeah.
tell us about you.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm a musician. I'm an artist. I'm a producer. I've had a lot of songs out for the past couple of years. I'm getting to drop a new project. It's done. I just got to figure out the date right now. And yeah, I'm just doing a lot of production work currently on the side. Well, I'm just
Okay.
like doing that.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I do.
I heard a few of your songs and I really like them. They're really, really cool. I
Dope
Yeah.
down I
stuff.
downloaded them onto my playlist. So I'm
Yeah, the
liking that.
newest song is actually on SoundCloud right now.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have yeah, I have SoundCloud. I have the
Yeah,
whole
that's
playlist and I'm starting to love SoundCloud a little bit more now that I know how to work it. I didn't know how to quite work it.
you didn't get it at first. Yeah, that's
I
Yeah.
don't I don't get a lot of things at first, but that's okay. But once I get it, I got it.
that's that's
Yeah,
all that
I
that's all
love
that matters.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, it's a cool app. So tell us how it feels to be the son of one of the greatest keyboardists. I love him. I've been following him since I was a kid. Like I was so fixated on him over there on that keyboard playing for Prince
And
and
his
the
little
Revolution.
and his scrubs.
Yes.
Well, I
Yes.
mean, I have a pretty normal family dynamic. I get this question a lot. It's like I grew up in the suburbs of outside of Minneapolis,
Mm.
but the difference is I grew up with a studio in the house and a bunch
Okay.
of synthesizers and keyboards and stuff like that. And so I got to learn music. I was around a lot of musical people, but it always felt normal for me, I guess.
I
Yeah,
But
mean, well,
yeah,
that is a normal life for you.
normal. Yeah.
yeah, and
Because
I
you
like
was
was learning
born
as I
into
was.
it. Like that's all
But
you saw.
not even that.
Yeah,
As a
yeah.
child, you don't realize how famous your father is. You wouldn't. You it didn't mean it. He was just your dad.
Yeah, it didn't ever really it didn't occur to me for a while, but I just remember going to parent teacher conferences and my parents or them talking to my dad more about his time with Prince than what I was doing at
Then
school
worrying about what's going
sometimes.
on with you in class.
He was still
Yeah.
in the show, huh? That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So tell us, what genre of music do you categorize yourself in? Where do you fall into the music lane?
I would say melodic rap at this point, which is I'm
Okay.
shifting more towards just like straight up alternative pop music. But yeah, the Grammys consider what I do a genre now. Like as of last year, melodic rap is a Grammy award now. So I would
Okay.
say that
Hey.
like in the lane of like Post Malone and Travis Scott and people like that, like X, all those guys.
Okay. All
Yeah, yeah.
right.
I like what I'm hearing so far. I love it. And I want you to keep up the good work because you are a pretty cool artist. So
Thank you. Yeah.
how did you get on with Darko? Tell us a little bit about that because we have your
Um,
video with us and we're gonna play it I think in a little while.
Yeah.
I came to a party in the Hollywood Hills one night, and I got there really late, like as I normally do for a lot of parties. And it was just for everyone to just hang out and show their projects and be like, hey, we want to find someone to collab with. I threw my stuff on at the end of the party while everyone was leaving, and then they were like, "Who is this? This is really good." Like I just went in the
Mm.
room and just auxed up my phone, which I don't usually do that, but I was just feeling it that night for some reason. And they're like, "Hey, stay here. This is really good. You want to come in the studio in a couple days?" And we went and recorded the song at Raphael Sadiq's studio in North Hollywood.
I love Raphael.
And yeah,
He's
he's a
from
cool dude.
Oakland, where I'm from. Hey, shout out to
Yeah,
Raphael Sadiq, Tony,
yeah,
Tony.
yep. Tony.
They're
Yep.
from they're from my city.
Yeah, super cool dude. Really cool car collection, dope studio. But yeah, anyway, for the song Deeper that's out, actually, I recorded a song for the record label I was at the
Hmm.
time, and they rejected it. But I still
Mm.
liked the lyrics and everything that I did. So I was like, well, I got these lyrics and they want me to go improv. I'm like, I'm not gonna improv, I'm just gonna sing these lyrics on top of the song. And then there we go. That's how the song was made. And then they came back to me like a week later, like, hey, what you did is really dope. Come cut the rest of like the background vocals and we're gonna drop this.
It has crazy views on YouTube. I like the
It's
Yeah,
video.
crazy
it's
because
it's done well.
one person didn't like it and another person loved it. See, don't ever think what you do is not great. You just have to know where you have to go with it, because
You
some
just
people
Oh,
just
totally.
they don't realize the greatness of it. So don't go where you tolerate it. Go where you appreciate it. Amen.
hmm
Yeah,
that is
always.
that is absolutely true because sometimes you can like I sing as at places and sometimes you may see a set of people that's feeling you. You might get a set of people that's not feeling you.
Hmm.
You know, you just got to keep doing it, and eventually you'll get that crowd of people that's feeling you.
You're
So,
gonna get that following.
yep. I was gonna ask you too. Do you have any advice for any for up and coming artists like such as myself? I know you're still up and coming yourself, but you kind of got your feet planted a little better than me. So for the
Well,
rest of us that's trying to get on and into the industry, what advice do you have for us?
so I actually work for a charity as a producer, and I just did a song for them this week that came out. And
Okay.
I help teach artists, like young artists and artists that are around my age in their 20s. I tell them, I'm like, they're like, how did you get this? How do I move forward? I've always said try to be multifaceted,
Hmm.
meaning learn how to like record yourself, learn how to produce yourself, learn how to, learn some instruments if you can. It's a lot saying that, but if you can't do that, A&R for yourself, like get really
Mm-hmm.
good at selecting your beats. And if you're, it depends on what you're doing. If you're making beats, get really good at sound designing. If you're a singer, get really good at controlling your voice and figuring out what your sound is. And it doesn't happen overnight. Like I became an artist after doing demos for a lot of artists. Like I was doing a demo for the Migos, and my
Hmm.
engineering partner came in and he was like, "Hey, this is dope. You should keep this for yourself." And I'm like, "Really?" And at that point, I was starting to get that a lot from people. And he was like, he's like, "Come in, record with me. Let's do some tracks." And I was like, "All right, let's do it." And then we started doing some demos and stuff, and they started coming together. And that's when I was like realizing, okay, you know what? I could probably actually do this. And then I started just shopping my stuff around, but not telling people it was me to get
Mm.
like
Mm,
personal feedback.
Yeah,
And
because
all
okay.
the
sometimes,
feedback
because
was great.
sometimes when
They're
people
like,
know it's you,
You they hate.
they either give a good review just because they know it's you, or they just give a bad review because they know it's you.
The hate be real. But check this out. We're gonna go ahead and check out your video with you and
okay,
Darko. So
my
y'all,
hair's not as long in that video anymore.
oh, your hair was super cool in there too. It is super
Yeah.
cool now. So y'all, let's check out the video with Maximilian and Darko. Deeper.
Feels just like last week I was asking for your name. There's no mistaking, in between us was a flame. And I'm still reeling from the suddenness of some things that I forgot how to feel. And all these girls tore me down to this, that I forgot that love is real. I'm falling, catch me. I'm needing all you give me. Girl, I'm falling in love. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. I just wanna make sure we're alright. What we doing feels so wrong, it's right. So wrong, it's right. Can't lose your sight. Your heart is real. Too many voices around, we're off the rails. And what we know just might kill us slow. Afraid I lost your love so long ago. Oh,
I love that video, and the face mask that he had on was crazy.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. The person behind the mask is a really cool guy. He's actually a pretty well known producer, but we're not allowed to
Oh,
talk about
oh, well, we, look,
We're not
well,
allowed to talk about it.
we
We'll
won't
talk
press
about it
that
later. No, I'm
issue.
joking. I'm
Look,
joking. I'm
you
joking.
gotta tell us when we get offline. We won't
When,
tell.
yeah, that's what I was saying. We'll talk about it later. When did you realize that you could sing?
I was gonna ask that
it.
same question.
I can't sing. I auto tune my voice. Just kidding.
Okay, you look. You didn't have to tell us that. You
No,
can
I
lie.
mean you could. It's pretty obvious that I auto tune it, but that's actually one of my favorite things to do. Is like really, I can actually sing. I'm joking, but I can. A
We
lot of
know.
it is held up by Melodyne and auto tune and all that fun stuff. And that's one of my favorite things to do is to just like really do some crazy effects and production with my voice because I'm a producer. I still think first and foremost, so I like to really produce the tracks out first. And
Correct. You
I
like the
was
way the sound. You need to make the
hmm
overall sound good.
hmm
But I mean, you still said you can sing. So when did you realize that you could sing?
I took vocal lessons when I was like 12 and I
Mm.
sang then and then I would sing background vocals in the band I was in, but I never felt like I was like lead singer material. It wasn't until like the SoundCloud rappers and stuff started coming out where I'm like, oh, I could actually do this and I can make demos and send them off to people and do all that and not take it like super seriously, you know. But
I
then
mean,
it
it's
was
not like
good.
you're not trying to be. I'm trying.
T
Who am I trying to
Pain.
be?
T Pain.
I mean,
T-Pain is
T-Pain
actually
has
an
a very good.
amazing
He has
singer.
a
No, he
very
is,
good
but
singing voice.
You ever seen his
But
Tiny
everybody
Desk concert?
and
I
nobody
love.
thought that he could sing because he auto
Hmm
tuned everything. But I'm like you like y'all never heard. You're like
You have to
that's
go to
what
his concerts.
that was
He
very weird to me.
sings
Like
so
y'all
good.
never. They act like he really couldn't sing, but he has an amazing voice.
Well,
Hey,
you
he's a
know, you
really
do
cool dude. I've met him before a couple
he's
times and ran
he
into him
seems like
before.
he's cool. He seems like he's super silly. Like
Yes,
he's
Yeah.
fun.
yes.
Yeah.
He
But
seems like
no,
Yeah.
he's a jokester, and it would probably at some point get annoying. And I'd be like, hey, look here, you're gonna have to stop it. Yeah, we need to get a little serious, sir.
but no,
We
sometimes
need like a T-Pain renaissance right now.
Mm.
He's amazing. He's a
well
really cool guy.
that's why you coming along. You gonna come on in and do your thing and bring that new vibe in that
Look,
that
it's
we
an
need.
old new vibe because it's all gonna repeat itself.
Yeah, it does.
You're gonna do a house disco type thing
Yeah, it's already
like
happening.
everybody
Yeah.
else.
I mean,
I was
being in LA, I get to see a lot of stuff that trends
Mhm.
cropping up. Like tech house is like a major trend, and it's crazy that Drake decided to do an album because I was going to underground tech house shows for like the whole year last year, and I started
Mm.
noticing in clubs and stuff, half the night was hip hop and half the night was tech house, and it was getting blended together. And before that, it'd just be all hip hop. So there's some interesting stuff, and then there's hyper pop, which is like a new genre that I really like and enjoy, which is interesting. Like the people go crazy on the production, and it's influencing me a lot in a lot of ways.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well,
have
we'll
to get
we'll
this.
we'll get to see that in your new work then.
I was about to say I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to get
I
to
can't wait.
digging
I
into
can't wait to
some of
see
this
it.
stuff. Me either.
yeah.
I'm
I
waiting.
Sean said that party looked insane.
yeah.
So where do you see yourself being in the next 2 years? Like 2 years from now with your music, like where do you want to be?
I hope to be on tour. I hope
Mm.
to have enough influence to be able to do some fashion type things as well.
Okay. Let us know you like fashion did.
I do like it.
Cool.
And yeah, I just hope to be like a super producer. I'm already doing that. Already producing a bunch of people in a lot of different genres, but just on a bigger scale. I
Okay.
Mm.
guess I'd like to have access to like orchestras and stuff like that,
Yes.
composing music like that, doing stuff for
Okay.
movies, hopefully.
Oh yeah, I was so you like being more of the producer than the artist. Sounds like to me.
Sometimes, yeah. I love
He said
I
he's
love
a
doing
producer
live
first.
shows. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
producer first, but
yeah,
I love
yes.
doing live shows. It's fun for me. It's like a party
Mm.
every time. I love going
It's
out
that
and watching
Well,
everybody
adrenaline
sing.
rush, huh? That adrenaline. Like now that
Yeah,
I'm doing it more, it gets fun. At first, you when you first start, for me, I was scared. Just even the smart starting at little small parties, I'm like, But now
They're
it's
looking at me.
yeah, it's that I have that problem. Period. Even singing in church, I always feel like why are they staring at me? So like
Yeah.
I would close my eyes to sing, but in this arena you can't close your eyes and sing. You have to engage with the people. So lately it's been getting a little more fun for me because you get to see the smiles on people's face, you get to see the phones in your face. You're
You
like,
gotta
oh,
give
this
a
is
Hmm.
really
performance. You gotta get.
yeah.
That's why you can't.
It
At church,
brings
you can
that,
stand
yeah, it helps
still.
you.
Yeah, at church you can stand still. If you actually doing a performance, you gotta perform.
Oh yeah. You
Yes,
gotta wild out.
it's two different
Wow out. That's right.
yeah, it's two
One of the
different
last shows I did,
crowds.
I was the crowd was like we had like one other rapper and the rest was like R&B pop, and I did a stage dive and scared the piss out of everybody because it wasn't that crowd.
You thought you were at a
It's like
rave? Is
I
that
was
what that
about to
was?
say
I
that was
thought
a
it would be at my
rage type
other yeah, I
vibe.
thought it'd be at like my other shows, which are
You
like we're doing
you
like
thought
the
you were
rage.
like
Yeah.
you was trying to start a mosh pit like Travis Scott?
No.
Yeah.
Did
Little
you
bit
ever
little bit
do
too much tequila before I got on stage.
I was
That's
gonna
when
say, have
everybody
you
knows
ever
what to
did a
do.
mosh pit? Have you ever let
Yeah.
them do
Oh yeah.
do
Oh
you like
yeah.
did you have fun or did they almost drop
Yeah,
Crowd
you?
surfing.
it was fun. It was at like actually one of the very first shows that I did. I started a mosh pit like I for an encore song. Like the song I literally just made like a week or two before, and it was a mosh pit song, and I put it at the end. I'm like, you know what? If people are digging the set, we're just gonna screw the time and just throw this extra song on. And I was like, does everyone want one more? And they're like, hell yeah, just threw it on. Immediate mosh pit, jumped off the stage, got
I
in
was gonna
that.
say, so did you jump off face first or did you go backwards? Because I see some people go fall backwards
No,
and
you
that's
know what it is?
interesting.
I
A
And
lot of
jumped
some
times they
people,
down.
go forward and then they
yeah,
get turned around.
yeah.
Like they
I jumped down. I didn't do the stage dive. I jumped off the stage and got on the floor and started got
Oh
into it,
yeah.
okay.
everybody.
Well,
That
I
was
was
a
watching.
that was a high stage though. So
Yeah, no. So,
it
yeah,
You're
I was like,
bolder
oh,
than I
don't go
could
to the
ever
stage.
be.
You don't need the crowd dive for that one because
Uh,
God forbid they don't catch you.
that would be terrible. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I would not be that trusting. I would, oh my God. Like, I'm so scary. I would be so scared to jump off of anything and let anybody try to catch me.
This
I
is a
mean,
truthful activity. If you don't catch me, you're all going down.
Yeah, that
I
game of trust.
yeah.
Catch me, fall backwards. No.
Growing up, I went to a lot of shows that had like mosh pits and stuff, like a lot of metal and punk rock music and
Mhm.
things like that. Especially as
Absolutely.
I got
They
older.
love that.
Yeah, it's super fun. I have a really quick fun story. My buddy just got brand new glasses, spent like $1,400 on them,
Oh
flew off of
Lord.
his face in the middle of the mosh pit. Everyone stops, looks at them, and they just start stomping on the glasses. And we're just like, oh my God.
Oh
It's not a mosh pit if you're not
no.
losing something. You're losing a phone, you're losing a wallet, you're losing a jacket, you're losing a
You have
shoe,
to make sure that
something.
you have to
Yeah.
make sure everything is secure if you're gonna get in that mosh pit.
Yeah, the last time I did one was at a show a couple of years ago that I was seeing, and I jumped in one and I got smacked in the face, and I was just like, "Yep, I'm getting a little can't really do
All
this
right,
anymore."
gotta go.
No, I was just gonna
I,
say I was watching a video of I think it was ASAP Rocky. He was doing the mosh pit, and
oh
somebody
yeah,
had him by the balls, and he was
yep, he's in
screaming
his
and
face.
hollering so bad. It was
Yeah,
bad.
so I've
So
been to
yeah,
an ASAP Rocky and been in one of those mosh pits. It was at Camp Flog Gnaw in 2018, and
okay.
I was like pretty far back in the crowd, and everyone just started pushing, and it was like one of the crushing things. I was like, I couldn't breathe,
Oh
and then I
no.
was just like, all right, it's time to start throwing elbows.
Oh yeah, because it'll get real tight in there.
Yeah, and then I was with my friends. We all got separated. It was like a sea of people. We were just like all gone, and it was crazy. And this really funny is Kanye and Kid Cudi came on after, and they kept trying to start a mosh pit, and it wasn't happening. Everyone was more just like watching because the set was insane
But
and
not even
everything.
that. It's certain artists that's their
Yeah.
thing. You
Yeah, it
know
was the
that's
kids.
their
It was for the
thing.
kids see
So that's
ghosts.
why you would start a mosh pit for them. Kanye and Kid Cudi, like maybe Kid
No,
Cudi, not Kanye.
not Kanye.
Not
That's more of
Kanye.
a
Mhm.
Maybe
Travis
Kid Cudi.
Scott, and those kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been
Travis
to the
Scott,
Travis Scott
ASAP Rocky.
shows
Hmm
and everything.
Yeah,
hmm
rockers. One of our viewers
Even
had
NBA YoungBoy.
why did you
Oh
add
yeah, oh yeah. His music, I just
FA?
want to get angry just listening to it.
I
He's
love
like,
him. He's
oh,
cool.
me
I
too.
like
I love
him.
him.
I
He's
love
Why
great.
y'all?
NBA.
Why y'all want to be
He's
angry
great
then?
I don't
because
listen.
it's just it's intense. It's aggressive. I love it.
It's not always angry. He actually, if you listen to him, he has a lot of stuff that touches.
No, he does. His discography is
He
deep.
really, oh my God, he have me crying sometimes. I'll be like, this little
Hmm.
boy, 22, he shouldn't even feel that, but
This
I
way,
feel,
that's not
yeah,
you.
it's
And it be
crazy.
those. It will be the youngsters that feel that way because if you think about it, when you were 22, life felt like it was terrible.
I
Yeah,
was a second time mom,
You
so
said,
I
yeah.
know. Listen, I
I
know
feel
my
it sometimes.
22.
There's a lot of things that happen to you, like that you
Yeah,
can't express. You be like, that really happened to me.
and you don't think nobody
Should
Hmm.
At
understands,
this
so
point,
you,
you should at this age, you be like, I should really be messed up in the head, but I made it through. I made it through.
well, he is a little messed up in the head, but his
Well, this
music is
this this
crazy
is
good.
him. This is how he's venting. He's venting through his
Yeah,
music.
yeah, and a lot of it is just looking for love.
Yeah,
But back to
I don't
you,
know.
Max, because we more interested in you.
Right. So
We we ain't
I was
tripping
trying
on
to say
NBA.
one of the viewers asked, why did you add V's as A's instead? Because
Oh, I like the Roman kind of iconography. I've always been fascinated with like Roman stuff, really. And I was originally going to go for that, like kind of as my motif, and then I decided against it, and the name was just there. Also, there were other Mvxmillis, and I was just like, yeah, I'll separate myself using the V as an A, and like I like the Roman stuff. Um,
right.
but
Uh, uh,
there was a time as my producer tag was MVX, and
Mm.
that's what I
mm,
was using. So yeah, so it was something that
okay.
I had for quite a few years before I was Mvxmilli. I actually went from MVX to MVXIM, which was like Maximilli, with the M being like a Roman numeral for million. And then I went to Tokamak, which was like, it just sounded like my name and it's the center of a nuclear reactor. And then I switched back to Maximilli because everyone always just was calling me Maximilian all the time. My real name's
Mm.
Maxwell. So, and I
I
was
like
like,
the name Maxwell.
Look
Maxwell is a
like he
super
said
famous
it.
R&B singer. So like, I was like, yeah,
I
it
like
can't
the
be
name
Maxwell.
Maxwell.
I was about to say one of my favorite artists, but you have a super cool name. That's for the ladies to call you Maxwell. Look how you said it. He said it like he didn't like his name. My name's Maxwell.
No, he said it because he's like, there's a very famous singer named Maxwell, and no one's gonna call me. No one's gonna call me Maxwell. God damn
Yeah,
it!
yeah. So I had to
You know
change
what?
it.
Even if he loved the name, he's like, God damn it, I still can't use it.
Yep. That's the
Facts.
thing. It was like being in a band, coming up with a band name was just difficult. It's like all the cities are taken, all the like basic things like fruits and vegetables are taken.
You just
Like,
had to
I don't
come.
know, canned green
It's
beans.
hard to
I don't
come up.
know.
It's hard to come up with a name. It is
And
hard to come up with a name in
period.
general.
Yeah,
Period, because there's so many different variations of the same name
that's
out
true.
there.
Because
Someone
everybody
else
Hmm.
is
asked me
doing
that
what
too.
you're doing, and then you have to differentiate yourself, and you're like, well, how do I do that? What name am I going to pick? This is the name I want, but someone already has it.
Uh-oh.
But
What happened to Max? His phone.
Sorry, I'm
There
back.
you go.
I'm like,
Lost.
somebody must have was calling him.
Yeah, someone was calling me.
You gotta
I
put
think
that. You gotta put that phone on do not disturb. Look, they blowing him up. They like you ain't at the studio. Where my beats at? They need
where
they
my beat,
beats.
where
They
my
like,
lyrics,
hey,
where
I
that
need
though?
where that mosh pit at?
They want to know where all their stuff is because
Yeah,
he
they
got
want
it
they
all.
beats. Yeah, Max, you got they beats. You gotta. They want they stuff. Look,
They
he
want
like
their
Yeah.
beats, they want
he
their
like.
lyrics, they want everything.
Sorry.
No,
Don't
you
be
good.
sorry.
Don't be
Don't
sorry.
be sorry.
You a busy man. We appreciate you even
Look
taking
here.
the time out to even sit down with us for this 30 minutes and talk to us and let us know about yourself. I'm really intrigued. I want to get to know you better and listen to some more. Can you send me some beats? I need some beats. I got an
Yeah,
EP
I'll
out
send you
and
some
an album.
beats.
I'm serious. I would love to see what I can do with
Chop
one.
it up. Y'all got it. Yeah, look,
Yeah.
y'all
Well, I
two
got his
invited.
number. I got your number. If it's cool to text you
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
have
it's
my
cool.
email. So yeah. I would love it. I
Yeah.
got a
See,
project
this is how you work things out. We're all one family now.
for sure.
Mhm.
Cause we gotta
So
have your
somebody
dad
also
back
wants to
on
know
too.
what was your biggest performance? What is the biggest performance you've
Um,
ever done
that's hard. In 2020, I was supposed to go on and do tours and stuff, but that
in
didn't
COVID
end up
happened?
happening.
Damn
So
you,
the
COVID.
last, yeah, the last shows, two shows I did were pretty big. I did the Whiskey Go Go here in LA, which is a pretty iconic venue. And then after that, I threw a big event show with all my friends, and a bunch of people showed up, which was pretty sweet. And then I
Okay.
was just
You
building up
say that
from
like you
there.
didn't expect people to show up.
I did. Well, it was right at the. It was actually the real truth of the matter with that was only half the people showed up because it was the day when the NBA shut down and COVID was just
Mm.
starting. And like 4 days later, everyone was raiding grocery stores for toilet paper and stuff like that. So only half the people showed up. So it was sad, but it was still a lot.
That is, you are absolutely that is what happened. Like I was like, they're not even buying food, they're buying toilet paper. They act like they're never like
It
I
was
didn't get that.
crazy.
But that happens for anything, like hurricanes, tornadoes. People feel like they're never gonna leave the house and they need to have toilet paper to make sure they can wipe their ass. I don't get it.
We don't experience that too much out here on the West Coast as we have,
Ooh,
earthquakes.
here's a caller.
Call from
Okay.
Terrence Rustoni. To accept, press 1.
Hello, caller. You on with the
What
Hey,
was that?
Mvxmilli?
that was that calling
Hey,
music.
bro,
Hello.
I wanted to ask the great Max Millie, what is it like, and not only what is it like, but how much has your father influenced you, and also besides that, in addition to that, what is your process when you're writing a song and then going into the studio? What is that like?
Okay, well, first, my life is fun. It's great. I love it. It's fantastic. Work hard, play hard. Second, my dad has influenced me. He's the Minneapolis sound. He's not a part of it. He is. He is part of it. He's like a lot. So I got a lot of influence from like the synths and stuff he used and the sounds of Minneapolis and all that, and just like being a
Mhm.
producer, all that stuff. And then what was the last question there? It was
Your
what
process,
am I what my stop my process. My
your,
process is interesting. It
your
literally
creative
changes.
process.
Some days I'll just be sitting in sound designing and I'll be like, oh, this is cool. Let me throw like a drum beat underneath it. Some days I'll be like, let me make a drum beat. Sometimes I'll just have lyrics put together. Sometimes it's really just depends. And sometimes songs come to me in like an hour, and then some songs come to me in a week. Some stuff I'm still working on like a couple years later, figuring out how to work it. So the
Mhm.
process is just a constant building up of my creativity and my sound and who I am as an artist.
Well, I thank you for that, and I just have to let you know that love your dad. This is Terrence Russ. I just want to thank you, Max Millie, for being on the
I'm
show.
like, this voice sounds familiar.
I already knew
Yeah.
who it was. I just wasn't saying nothing. Hey, Mr. Rez.
And Rainbow for doing such a cool job.
I tried.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you a dumb question, a silly question, a question that I'm sure many people who are watching this would like to know. Did you ever meet Prince?
Yeah, in a sense. I mean, I would go see his shows a lot. I had the opportunity to meet him a lot, and I've been around him quite
Okay.
a bit later in my life. But yeah, it
Okay.
was pretty kind of like a separate situation. But I know everybody
Besides
else
your
around him.
dad,
And yeah,
go
so
ahead.
that's my dad. I know.
Go
I know
ahead.
everybody else in the band. They're all super
Mhm.
cool, nice
Okay.
people, and
At
people
least
from
they're
Well,
past and
windy.
future. Yeah, yeah. They
besides
actually work.
your dad and maybe even his friend Prince, what artists, living or deceased, have influenced you as an artist?
I like a lot. It's a difficult question because it changes. But first of all, love Daft Punk. Like their
Mhm.
iconic
Mhm.
look and everything. I love Coldplay. I like how they like progress and change their sound. And I don't think that's easy. A lot of artists stay with the same sound, or an artist will change their sound and it'll fall flat, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I love all the current, big rappers. I love The Weeknd. I just went and saw him in concert like a week ago. It was
Mm.
crazy. It was like probably one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
I heard he did
And
a good
I
job.
love I love all of his producers and people that he's collaborated with. I like Drake and Kanye and Travis, and I like Lil Baby. The list goes on. I was listening to Nav this past week to find influence in his new project and beats and stuff, and there's a couple songs. I just listened to a new project by an artist called Joe, and it's spelled DJO, and the person is Joe Carey, who plays Steve in Stranger Things, and his project was insane. I loved it.
How do you see yourself as a musician? Where would you like to see yourself between now and the next 2 years? What are your
They
goals?
already asked me that question, actually.
I gotta ask again. Well, let's do this. How would you see yourself in the next 10 years? What would you see like?
On a beach in Panama. I'm no longer doing
I know
music.
that's right. I know that's
riding out the climate crisis that has befallen the world.
Amen.
I'm just kidding.
Do you have any entrepreneurial? Do you have any entrepreneurial dreams for yourself besides the music, or would you incorporate your entrepreneurial bent if you do have one with music?
Yeah, I mean, I fashion. I like technology. I like music tech. If I could help develop like synth plugins for people, maybe something I haven't even conceived yet, or that's around, be involved with that as either like a tester or developer, something like that. What else? Random things. I've always just enjoyed investing in stuff, my money on the side every time I get checks. So that's kind of like an entrepreneurial thing. Just like paying attention to all that. But
I'm loving you. As I told your dad, I am looking forward to hopefully being able to work with you and pull you into the Titan Baron situation with Sony, because I know that your music, you as a personality, is needed. And I have a publicist who said, "Could he be the next Justin Bieber?" I said, "No, he's better than Justin." But
I mean, Justin's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm different.
I'm like, that's not even the same. Like, it's two different things.
Two different genres. The music.
I mean, I feel he has more than one. He has more than one genre in him. So I wouldn't. It wouldn't be the same. It's not the same at all.
No, he's a legend.
I feel that Rainbow is becoming your de facto manager, and we just had a climate A&R meeting. Thank you, Rainbow.
You're welcome.
We want to take the time to thank you, Maximilian, for hopping on with us and letting us know a little bit about your music and about where you're going. I thank you so much. I'm looking forward to touching bases with you and doing some projects with you if possible. So thank you for coming on. We got to end the show now. Rainbow, thank you so much for hopping on with me. You're my mentor now, girl. I'm following you. So thank y'all. Have a blessed week. Continue to push out good music, and we're going to continue to support you and let everyone in Minneapolis and LA know we said hello. See y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.